from Dan White and Associates. We're going to get a tip today with Dan Simon. Dan, welcome. What do you have for us this week? Always good information from you folks.
Dan, good morning. How are you? I appreciate you having us on. So today I always try to, when I call into these programs, try to relate to something that, I've discussed out in the public. And over the past weekend, I had some family and friends over to celebrate my son's birthday, and the topic of conversation and retirement planning came up. And I overheard somebody say, once you retire, you file for Social Security. And I was like, well, that's not necessarily the law, right? So with Social Security and filing for Social Security isn't necessarily linked to retirement. It's not like when you retire, you got to march down to the Social Security office to file for your benefits. In fact, the earliest you can file is at age 62. But research has really proven that creates issues down the road for retirees. So I just wanted to kind of touch on a couple of things there. So the earliest you can start benefits is at 62, but claiming at 62 permanently reduces your monthly check by as much as 30%, compared to waiting until either full retirement age, and if you can wait until 70, your benefit actually grows by 8% a year with delayed retirement credit. So if we put that into perspective, Dan, if your full retirement age benefit's $3,000 per month, and that would usually be right around 67. At age 62, it might drop to approximately $2,100 a month, but at 70, it would rise to nearly $3,700 a month. That's a potential $1,600 a month swing for life, which to me that's pretty big money monthly, right? So now it's not exactly a one size fits all scenario as to when to file for Social Security. It needs to be taken into the context of your health, your spouse, your spouse's health, spousal benefits, income needs now as well as in the future, and taxes as well. But the mistake that I see many retirees make is treating Social Security as a timing decision rather than a long-term income strategy, right? Because again, on the longevity end, nobody really knows how long they're going to live, and the longer we live, the more valuable Social Security is to us. One additional point, and this comes up a lot because Roth IRAs and Roth conversions have become such a popular topic. Everybody's trying to avoid paying more taxes than they're required to. But if you retire before 70 and you're living off savings, or if you're fortunate to have a pension, that gap period, right, between retirement and filing for Social Security, it can really be a prime window for strategic Roth conversions, which potentially lower lifetime taxes, reducing required minimum distributions. Because the fact of the matter is, once you've filed for Social Security, you're going to establish a baseline for where your income's going to be for the rest of your life, and it's only going to go up from there. So the bottom line is really Social Security isn't just about when you need the money. It's about maximizing guaranteed income for the rest of your life, and if you're married, for your spouse's life. So I think it's an important takeaway for folks that are getting to retirement and contemplating when to file for Social Security.
And these can be looked at. These things should be looked at on each individual listening. All they have to do, and all you have to do, is get a hold of Dan White and Associates. What's the best way to do that, Dan Simon?
Yeah, absolutely. So Delaware number is 302-449-0111. But yeah, we walk clients, prospects through the Social Security filing process, implement different strategies there, which in my opinion, when Social Security is filed appropriately and leveraged accordingly, it makes our job a whole lot easier, right? Because we're always looking to help clients position assets for retirement income and longevity concerns. And when Social Security again is implemented appropriately, it takes the stress off your other retirement assets. Ideally allowing those assets to grow and avoid the biggest concern that I hear out there, which is running out of money in retirement.
Thank you, Dan. Good to talk to you. They have a Savannah Road, Lewis office, Dan White and Associates, 302-449-0111, 302-449-0111.